And
Yo,
welcome to the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast. We are live. I am Austin Pez Howell, along with my good friend Richie Goodacre. JPO will be along in a few minutes. Richie, long time no see, sir, from 15 minutes ago. How's it going?
I know it's been a long time. I'm here to talk some wrestling, and a long pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. So here to it'll be good fun to talk about, and as always.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll get to talking some wrestling news. Not a huge news week, for that. I think a lot of the companies are kind of just coming off, pay-per-views and PLEs. So we're just kind of setting up some new things as we go into some more stuff. I know WWE will be building up a Survivor Series here over the next month. So we'll see how that develops. AEW is going to be building up to Full Gear. We're kind of in between stuff right now, but we'll talk about Wrestledream here this evening, a little bit of the fallout, we'll and then we'll just get into that, talk about a little bit of news, and then we'll see. We might even play a game or something. We'll see how it goes. I got a different take on the pay-per-view thing, maybe with some wrestlers, so we'll see. Might be able to play a game later. We'll see how that goes. But we'll start with as we usually do with our fantasy. Jacob Barber's not here tonight, but he did send at least the updated scores. I don't have everything in front of me, but I do have a JPO in front of me. How's it going, JPO?
Oh, hey, we're live?
Yeah.
I was just about to problem solve with you about your computer issues, but you're here, so you're fine.
No, it's weird. Like, if I shut it, like sometimes when I open it back up, it needs a reboot now. I don't know.
Yeah, give it a good smack in the head. That can always work. What the hell? Come on, computer.
I don't know if I should start smacking it. That might make things worse.
Yeah, right. Jacob Barber's not here tonight, but he did send at least the updated overall scoring post Wrestledream here and post Dynamite. Nothing has changed as far as the standings, from what I could tell. But as far as the updated total scores, Mr. Barber is in fourth place with 940 points as of right now. Richie, you are still ahead of him at 1,010 points.
Commanding lead like I had because I had a bad time.
Yeah. I mean, we all have kind of ups and downs on some of these things. So, it kind of depends from week to week, who gets on TV, who gets on pay-per-view. I am still sitting in second place at 1155, and then JPO still in the lead at 1290. So, still up on me by at least, 140 points or so. So, still hanging tight there as far as that goes. I know I wish Jacob was here because he kind of wanted, I know he was itching to drop Andrade, but he doesn't have post Wrestledream, unfortunately, still any roster spots. He is out of roster swaps. He does not have any more. And unfortunately for him, gentlemen, as far as the predictions goes, we all get an extra one because we all had a three-way tie for the Wrestledream predictions. So we all three-way tied our predictions in the end. So all of us get an extra slot. So JPO, you are now back up to 2 roster swaps should you want them. I am up to 2 as well, and Richie also. So we all have a little bit of cushion there, as we've all got 2 instead of 1. Jacob's going to either need to, and he didn't say anything specifically for me, so I'm assuming he's just going to have to do it when he comes back. If he wants to try to, we talked about even on that pay-per-view stream, if he wants to negotiate for one of our roster swaps, he could possibly do that. I would allow that. And I think JPO agreed with me that, it's like a monopoly situation. If you want to trade some property for some, for some things, if you want to make some moves like they do in real sports, you want to trade like a person on your roster for, a roster swap, we'd be open to those negotiations. So, we'll have to see when he gets back though. But he did not specifically mention that he wanted to do anything here, and I think he would need to be here for those types of negotiations. So we'll see what happens there. But scooting up the roster,
he doesn't have to be here. I'll tell you what. I'll take all your roster and I'll give you a red velvet. There you go.
Yeah, right.
Back today. I'm Ring of Honor TV.
Fine, I'll give you Red Velvet and Daddy Magic.
And Keith Lee. Okay, sounds good.
Watch him be back next week and wins the world title.
Yeah, right. But Richie, you are in third place. You do have an extra slot now. You are up to 2. If you would like to make any roster swaps with that additional one, you can do so at this time. Would you like to?
Actually, you'd think that it'd be a bad time to do it because she's actually finally going to be on TV. But I'm going to, and they're putting versus each other. But I'm not confident she's going to be on TV regularly after this tournament. So I am going to swap out Athena for Mina Shirakawa.
Mina, okay. All right.
That's a ballsy pick. It's you literally are swapping out somebody that just returned.
That just returned to TV and was announced for this tournament. Yeah, because I got
she could definitely disappear again, but it's an interesting.
I got excited for you because I was like, oh, she is in the tournament. She's teaming with Mercedes. I was like, points. Okay, there you go, Richie. But okay,
and now you could be also jumping yourself out of a tag title win too. Who knows?
Mercedes could be like 15 belts Monet or whatever the fuck after this.
Getting over that. No. I feel. I mean, watch me be wrong, but I feel like I feel like Tony and Mina are going to win the tag titles, and then Athena's just going to do a Ring of Honor thing until she loses it, and then when she loses it and it's AEW mainstay, then I'll be like.
It does feel like the Mina Tony thing. When we could talk about it, does feel like the most logical booking decision, coming out of that. Given their kind of string of bad luck and whatnot, it would be kind of a redemption arc. So we'll see. Again, I would be in favor of it right there with you, Richie, because I have Tony on my, on mine, or even if her and Mercedes made it to the finals, that'd be good for my point structure. But all right, well, that is official. So you are using one of your roster. You still have one in the chamber because you got the extra one from Wrestledream. So you still have one to spare. But yes, we are making that official. Athena is swapping. So I'll have to message Jacob, or at least put it in the group chat here to mark down, at least for Collision and everything going forward, that you have Mina instead of Athena on your roster. So all right, sounds good. I am probably just going to stick with everybody I got right now. I don't really have anybody on the horizon I would swap out, so I'll kind of chamber mine in case anybody comes back, or if I have a sudden injury or something like that. So I'll still stick because I'm still cranking out fairly regular points other than Copeland, but it's not like an emergency with him. I still got plenty of other people, bringing in points, so I'm not too worried about it. JPO, I'll go to you last. You are in first place still by a decent margin, but you have 2 in the chamber. If you're thinking about anything at all, you're welcome to do so.
I'm tempted to pick up Athena now, just to really angry Richie. Like if she starts appearing every week, how funny would that be?
Yeah, I did swap out. I did swap out Kenny Omega, and then like 2 weeks later, he was like doing random Dynamite.
Right? Yeah. No. What Richie did could 100% pay off. I'm not saying it won't, but he also could definitely backfire. Like that's so.
Yeah, I understand it was risky, but I'm willing to.
Oh no! I'm saying, but I'm also admitting it could very much pay off. Like I'm just saying, like you never know. Like the Omega thing made sense at the time too, and then he's back on TV, but he's also not wrestling much, so I guess it's still kind of paid off. So like, who knows?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like we all thought Athena was about to be called up, already at the last time, and this could be just for the tournament, and then she's gone again. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But I know I'm good. In the end, I'll stick.
No, I mean you're in first place right now. You're cranking out pretty steady points, so I think you're doing all right. If I were you, I would just. Keep him for injury's sake. If somebody gets injured, you can swap somebody out, things like that without worrying too much. So at least you got 2 in the chamber right now, should you need them. Or if somebody comes back that we didn't draft initially or something like that, we can run that. All right. Well, if that's the case, then we'll close the fantasy for this week, and we'll see what happens next week. So we'll get into the news. We just kind of touched on. They announced the official brackets. For the AEW women's tag team tournament. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Share my screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's got the
good to have a visual representation. Yeah.
No,
Queen of Manana and Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart and Sky Blue, round 1 matches. Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, Mercedes Moné and Athena, double champs. Alex Windsor and Riho, Tony Storm and Mina Shikara in that match. And then finally Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford against TJ, Anna Jay, and Ty Mellinger. So yeah, so these are your first 4 opening round matches. Yeah.
Yeah. And have they confirmed? Is that going to be a thing where the finals will be at Full Gear? Is that a thing they're kind of?
I'm not sure if they said it, but I would imagine, like, why wouldn't you, finalize it?
Yeah, I would imagine because you'll have the opening, you'll have the semis. Yeah, I would imagine a week or two before Full Gear, and then
is that the titles too? Though the titles is going to be identical, or I just noticed that. I hope it's not.
Although if it is at Full Gear, that would mean, and Mercedes gets to the finals, that means she's pulling double duty because she's taking on Chris Statlander at Full Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that could play into the storyline, or it just won't happen. Yeah.
We'll just have to see how that plays out. But as you mentioned, Mercedes and Chris Statlander made official, as kind of was teased at the pay-per-view. So just making it official for Full Gear. There's your bracket as what you'll see on the upcoming starting next week. So next week I'm sitting on Dynamite. Get some of your opening matches.
I was gonna say before you pull it down, who do you guys think? Who's your early prediction? Just off the cuff.
Like who's gonna win, or who
who's just right off the cuff before even a single match? Yeah, who's your overall? Just like I can see them maybe picking it up.
Tony and Mina.
I'm the same. I think they're kind of, even at the end of that pay-per-view, they showed Tony and Mina kind of hugging each other. It's kind of like this. We're down in the dumps, but we could have a redemption arc, like a movie, sort of a thing. They've lost the first or second act, come back in the third act and make the big comeback. I just think, they've probably had the most storyline stuff together. Although I would say your dark horses might be like a Willow and Harley, something like that, for charismatic sake would be fun. But they would be like maybe my dark horses. I'll just throw that out there.
I'll actually go with the your so-called dark horse. Again, just off the cusp for fun, I'll say Willow and Harley. Again, just because I think Harley's over, has never had a title. Willow's reign was kind of relatively brief. Tony and Mina are pretty set as far as being over. But they definitely on paper could definitely be like they're the logical, I think, leads right now. Out of all these, I think Sisters of Sin maybe possibly have a chance as well. They're an actual group. You know what I mean? Megan Bayne's pretty hot. So I think there's a couple different ways this could go out.
Yeah. So we'll see how it all plays out. I think, maybe definitely not Alex Windsor and Riho. I can say that. The one that has the least amount of entire bracket is that.
And I definitely don't see Tony Mina losing round 1. I don't see that.
No.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like maybe again, maybe they'll lose to Bayne and Ford. Maybe. I can see that being possible. Like if you want to really put Bayne over. But even then, I think they'll probably go over them. Mm-hmm. And that's me. That's also me saying over TJ as well, probably.
For sure. Yeah. All right. Well, no, there you go. We'll see how this plays out. I know, JPO, I didn't know if you had anything prepared, but we did have a wrestling death this week. I don't know if you
no, but you can start it now.
Yeah, no, I'll at least kind of intro it if you want to kind of pull up the cage match stats. But Sir Mo of the Men on a Mission tag team passed away from apparently some kind of complications with pneumonia and some heart troubles at the age of, I believe he was 58. Do I have that right?
Yeah, there was confusion because I think there was some reports saying he was 61, and then there was, I think they corrected it and said he's 58. Yeah. Again, both are young. Both ages are quite young. So
yeah. 100%. Mo from Men on a Mission, kind of best known, in the mid 90s there with Mabel, tag team champions. But I'm sure if JPO pulls up some stats, he could give us a little more, at least a little bit of that. But if you don't have that, I can move on to another story. We can come back to that.
No, I was just gonna say they're kind of it's very brief, unfortunately, but they were former WWF tag champions for a quick win over the Quebecers back in 1994. That's of course Sir Mo and King Mabel. Probably his big claim to fame there being the speaker of the group here, accompanying them to the ring. Was that long ago? He was still active in 2015, 2016, 18, and 20. So it was only 5 years ago he was actually still in the ring doing something. In fact, I was actually here in Florida. It looks like it was his very last match for CCW would still run. So yeah, no, very sad to hear that. I mean, I know the word had spread before of them about him being sick and trying to help that. Unfortunately, yeah. He passed away this week, so much love to him and his family. Yeah, last time he was on Raw back in '95 against the Undertaker would be his last televised match.
Oh wow, okay, how about that? Yeah, Sir Mo. So yeah, not one of the biggest wrestling deaths we've had, obviously, of the year, but still, we always show love to our fellow wrestling,
Yeah.
brothers and sisters.
And just recently, too, had I believe his first action figure released. There was somebody released a version of like what him and Mabel looked like at the time.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That would be a very colorful action figure, at least with those overalls and those outfits they wore back in the day. That's for sure. So, yeah, much love to.
Now Men on a Mission are reunited in heaven, so
that's right.
Oh,
yeah,
geez, yeah, that is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. So yeah, moving on to kind of our next couple stories. We have new Raw tag team champions as of Raw, AJ Styles and AJ Styles and AJ Lee, if you will, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Somebody said, JPO, that's like AJ's first title he's had in a while, like maybe since the 2010s. Am I wrong?
No, he was IC champ like in the COVID
champ?
era, wasn't he?
In 20, I thought he had a few with Jeff Hardy over in the Continental title.
Did he? Okay. Or maybe it's just been since the COVID era. Yeah, he hasn't had anything since then.
And then also don't forget him and Omos were tag champs. Not that long ago in 2021, and then IC US in 2019. So no, he's had some stuff. Okay. I mean, that is 4 years, but I mean, shit happens. Always a champion.
Kevin Owens. If you're talking about Kevin Owens, that's probably why Kevin Owens hasn't had for like not a singles championship in 8-9 years. So that's probably But AJ Styles has had some stuff.
So AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, your new tag champ. I feel like AJ's kind of done more for Dragon Lee than Rey Mysterio did for Dragon Lee the whole time he was in the LWO. But
I mean, at the moment, just by statistically, you can't argue it.
You can't really.
This is Lee's biggest push so far.
Yeah,
the team of AJ Lee. You know what? That tickles my loins.
My little fun fact note for this too, by the way, is shout outs to Judgment Day, though. 112 days and a big whopping. Hold on, this is a big list. One fucking successful defense. They won it in June. They fought the LWO in July, and they lost it in late October. God damn it! What an overlooked division this tag division on Raw is. 112 days, one successful defense, and before they lost it.
I'll give them credit.
Before even didn't they also have like a really not unworthy reign before?
So was it they? Yeah, so before them it was War Raiders and it was New Day, right? It was New Day who beat the War Raiders.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm saying so when Finn Balor and JD had it before, they run it in June. One defense in October, November, lost in December. So they did have two defenses in.
But I remember.
What is this? 175 days. So their first one was even longer, but they doubled their defenses back then.
But I remember the running joke back then is because like Adam Pearce get going off like, oh, you guys never defended. I'm like, you're the general manager.
You're the manager. Put them in matches to defend their titles.
That's bad writing. That's bad writing. That's like no one say, hey guys, like. We should word this like, or just ignore it. Don't make it obvious and be like, but that's not how it works.
We'll make the matches.
I will say the positive thing I'll say is if you haven't watched the match between AJ Dragon Lee and Judgment Day, it's a really good match, and I would campaign for when Judgment Day inevitably break up, which seems to be they've been breaking up for fucking years now.
We have been saying that for a very long time. We've been waiting for this Finn Balor turn last year during Mania, I think.
And then they're still like teasing with the Dominic Mysterio, but like I know I think JD should get a push, man. That dude's good, but who knows? But CM Punk put him over in commentary, which is good. But it was a really good match. But yes, defend the titles more. And yeah, you had to put a title on a makeshift tag team because you had no tag team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the sad thing. Is like at least SmackDown has somewhat of a working tag team division.
Yeah,
they have.
mean, steal some of those guys back, or like the Creeds, like they're still around, aren't they? Or like Chad Gable's fake fucking the other Americanos, or I don't know. Like you can have a division if you want one.
You
Steal a couple SmackDown people if you have to.
Hey, steal, bro! I've been saying steal the AAA, the clowns, the Psycho Clown, and what's it? The other clown, the clown. Like they're awesome. Like steal those guys.
I'll talk about here pretty soon. But Mr. Iguana and La Parka just popped up on NXT, and they're gonna do Halloween Havoc. Steal Iguana and La Parka, or Iguana and Psycho Clown. Like you got options. It's not like, oh, well, there's just nobody around. Like, no, there's options.
Yeah, you got
put a little thought into it, man.
You've got NXT tag teams you could call up eventually.
Yeah.
Hank and Tank, are they ready? I don't know. Hank and Tank.
Yeah. That could be your new Otis and Tucker. Oh, Otis and Tozawa. That's a team that, like, if you like, they're fun. Like, you'd at least push them to at least a title fight. New Day constantly are looking like jobbers. Like, there is a division there. You just gotta do it.
Yeah,
you got. There's no time constraints. You can throw in a tag match every week or two, guys.
Team up Otis with that hamburger guy that's been on the AAA shows. That'd be fun. What's that? You know what I'm talking about? That guy.
They don't take away Tozawa's only spot. Poor Tozawa, you nasty.
Poor Tozawa. Sorry, man. It is what it is. Sorry, Tozawa. If you can bring back the 24/7 title.
Tozawa, you got punched once. We're taking you out of the Rumble for a fucking TikToker.
I know, yeah.
He also got knocked. He got knocked out by Becky Lynch the other day too. That was actually quite fun. Yeah.
But you mentioned CM Punk. Looks like he has a title match at Saturday Night's Main Event, taking on Jey Uso for the vacated title, World Heavyweight title. Taking off of Seth Rollins. I did like the back and forth with the please stuff. That was fun on Raw with the Braun Breaker asking Adam Pearce to say please to give it back, but then him throwing that back at Paul Heyman later backstage with them saying they weren't going to be in the Battle Royal and say, "Oh, you want them in the Battle Royal? Say please." So that was fun.
I like him showing backbone for once. Yeah, he's actually proven to be. I also shout out, if we're talking about good promos, Becky Lynch did a great promo on Paul Heyman, just fucking buried him. Yeah. But yeah, that was great.
No, it was good. Paul Heyman has a nice little speech, or nice little monologue to her, and she's just quiet, looking at him, and then she directs in.
It's the usual Jey Uso bitching, Malcolm. I know it's the usual Jey Uso bitching about everything, but I do think it's.
I would have preferred more of a heel, like because it's.
I would have too, but I think they've been teasing a Jey Uso heel run, so there might be.
Oh, they are. Well, even in the Battle Royal, like Jimmy saved him like more than once, and then at the end he's like, "I gotta fuck you both." Like, and so even that was very much heel.
Yeah. Or something will happen where Jimmy might accidentally cost him the match, or something will happen like that. But or I don't know. I think we kind of get mixed up with like the fact that there's a lot of people who dislike the stuff on YouTube, but like it's like I don't know. I think there's a disconnect between online and reality. Like.
Well, it's a vocal minority to a degree. Like, and I think people we ham in on the haters more than we do on the lovers. So.
Well, it's a thing of like the people who don't mind it or positive are not going out of their way to pull up the match on YouTube and give it a thumbs up. You know what I mean? To counterbalance it. Like the people who go and give it the thumbs down are the people who are actively seeking.
They like it. They smile. They move on.
Right.
Haters go fucking. I don't need you to know I'm hating.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how many times in reality do you like thumbs up a video? Or I mean, I'll remember to sometimes, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I like this support creator. I'll thumbs up their video, whatever. But like the only times you ever really actively go out of your way to downvote something is like if you dislike a trailer, you dislike some content, some creator that did something stupid, whatever. Like you go out of your way to do that, but you're not going to the website to thumbs up. Well, let me make sure I go thumbs up the video just to counterbalance the haters. It's just that's not really a thing. So
No, I mean it even sadly translates to like real life. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you'll hear from your manager, oh, you got a customer complaint. It's like, yeah, but I also made 200 other customers happy. Just no one went out of the way to let you know. Like that's not fair.
I had my 10 regulars who come in every other day say hello to me and smile at me that like to talk to me, but the one old lady who was bitter at life, bitched at me today.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's what I get called in the office for. Yeah, no, for sure. So that's just
But
kind of the way it works.
It is the way we watch sometimes. So like at the end of the year, right? If you get like when YouTube creators are putting out their best and worst of, you're like you get when someone's put out the worst of, like I get way more excited that they put out their worst of, and I'm like, oh, what's on their worst of? And then, but yeah, when I'm like, oh, they got their best of, oh, cool, that's cool. But like there's something more entertaining of something, but there is something about like even though I don't want to go out of my way to be negative, and I'm not going to be one of those people that goes on a way to downvote something. There's like kind of I don't know thirst for like watching like rants and negative content sometimes. I don't know.
I think my highest viewed countdown is my top 10 worst Eddie Murphy movies. I'm like, oh, that's kind of sad. Like one of the rare worst ones I have is the most viewed.
Yeah.
So, well, what else we got, guys? I know it's kind of a not a super huge week. We were talking about how it's kind of the companies are just kind of coming off of PLEs and pay-per-views, so we're just kind of getting things set up and ramped up for the next thing. Yeah, Richie, did you have some burning on?
Well, I was just going to say because I think it happened after we finished talking. I believe it, yeah, because we're talking about it like on another show, on another thing. But did we talk about Ilya Dragunov winning the?
Oh yeah, we didn't really talk about that. Yeah, Dragunov is back. Because again, sometimes I forget because
I think we forget on Fridays. Yeah,
on Fridays. Yeah, stuff happens on Friday, and it feels like it's been a week. And it's
I need to start keeping notes throughout the week because there is definitely stuff that happens Friday and Saturday and like gets lost in the shuffle by the time we get to Wednesday where I start relooking shit up.
Yeah, no, Sami Zayn had another one of his open challenges, for the U.S. title, and lo and behold, my guy Ilya Dragunov is back. They had a really intense, fun match, the kind of the surprise win. He drops the H bomb, gets the U.S. title, and his first win back. Cut a good promo backstage. I think they put online, like kind of one of his super intense promos talking about how he's been, training super hard to come back for last year, and he, has been kind of waiting for the right opportunity. So, assuming obviously he's on the SmackDown brand now, going forward. But Richie, go ahead. Yeah, he's back and he's got some gold. There you go.
He's back. Got some gold. He's looking. Yeah, he's looking shredded, and he's got a new neck. He's got like Cody. He's got a new neck tat. He's got a neck tat. It's a thing now. You got to get a new tattoo. Dominic Mysterio, get a new tattoo. You gotta get new tattoos when you come back. When to change up your look. But yeah, he does look great, and I think the crowd. It was good reception for the crowd. Props to Sami Zayn too, because it was his call. He thought that that he wanted the title to mean something. He thought that Ilya could take that. Would be a great champion that could take it to that level, and I think it probably frees up Sami to potentially. Again, I think potentially he's still. I still think he's like a favorite to win the Rumble. I think that frees him up to do so. I'm looking. It'd be cool if Ilya they just stay with the idea of the open challenge thing. I like that idea. I think it's cool. I mean, you can't. I guess you can't go to the world too often. Like with what surprise person is going to be this week? You can't have a surprise person every time. But it'd be cool like this every now and keep doing that. The two open challenges because. Yeah, and like proper open challenges too, not like announcing who it is like the week before.
No, it was fun having having Javon Evans like show up the one week. That was fun, having like an NXT guy show up. Yeah, that can mix things up a little bit. Even having kind of
it would make sense really to continue it too. Like he seems like that kind of guy. So
yeah, he seems like that kind of guy. He'd be down for like whatever. He's an intense guy. He's up to fight anybody. I mean, even bring people from the other brand. I'm down for that. Yeah, whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'd like to see him beat the shit out of people. And eventually, I know eventually you'll get to it. I feel like eventually you have to get you're going to you'll get your
it's
thing. I
gonna
know
happen at some point, right? Like at some point.
they're sort of around at the moment. uh, but yeah, it's the story's there. You gotta. I think I think they'll both want it to the point where that'll happen.
All right. Yeah, JP, what you got going on? Anything notes you got for this wrestling week?
Some couple quick things here. Some injury updates, mixed news here. Liv Morgan is expected back sometime in the winter, if not probably next year. They're probably planning more on an early 2026 return, could be slightly earlier. And then same thing for Swerve Strickland. If you're looking for Swerve back on our TV, it's probably again going to be more in the winter time, if not directly at the beginning of the year. So they're coming back, sooner, hopefully. But one that could be scarier that we're waiting on more news on is, unfortunately, for Piper Niven. Recently got hurt. They're saying that it's worse than what they had originally thought, and that it's kind of like could be a potential big one. It's a neck injury, so more news hopefully soon. But yeah, it is. The initial reports are not great. It sounds like, or at least potentially not great. So luck to Piper Niven out there. Also just want to shout out Love is in the Air, y'all, as always. Couple engagements. Scotty Too Hottie got engaged recently. And then also TNA wrestlers Myron Reed and Killer Kelly are gonna tie the knot here. I saw that on Facebook post because I'm friends with Myron Reed. And so they're tying the knot pretty soon. So shout out to Scotty Too Hottie, who's currently an AEW producer, by the way, so he's usually backstage at AEW. And Myron and Kelly. And then share my screen.
Oh, okay. What do we got?
You announced engagement to somebody.
Yeah, me and Kelly. Sorry, Myron. It was a joke. She's with me. No. We got Halloween Havoc coming up on the 25th here. We got the Broken Rules match. I think it's just for the NXT, right? Yeah, just built as an NXT tag title match of the Hardys against Dark State. Again, not sure who will be in the match. Also, not sure what the match is. So we'll see. I feel like they were kind of teasing like it could be a compound match on TV this week because they were at the compound doing the promo. Matt Hardy's father-in-law was there waving. All his kids were there. Again, they were all probably paid. I know Matt usually gets them all paid if they're on TV, so good for Matt. So we'll see what kind of match that ends up being. A couple of interesting stipulations tonight, or that night rather. Here for the Women's Championship, you got JC Jane defending against Tatum Paxley. You've got for the North American Championship, all decked out in Canadian colors now. That is Ethan Page, my boy Ego, defending against Alejio de Dr. Ragnar Jr. In a Day of the Dead match, which again, don't know what that means, but probably just know the cue.
Is it another one of those like zombie matches on the outside with people running around?
Oh, good call. Yeah, I could see some zombie lumberjacks or something's got to happen like dead-wise. I guess that makes sense.
I thought you meant zombie match like Damian Priest and The Miz. That great match that happened.
That's what I thought he meant. What do you mean?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. The one where they had the zombies running around.
Oh yeah.
What zombie match you thinking of, Richie?
Trying to bite the Miz.
Hopefully better than that one. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, like I said, we'll see. We'll see what these matches end up being. Then the Sol Ruca, I guess, is a little hurt, so Zadia will defend her title for her against Blake Monroe, the Women's North American Championship. I think Monroe's going to take that. And then, wait, what? Yeah, what? God damn it. I had to find a different graphic for this one here. But yeah, I'll announce this week here. So actually 6 matches, which is kind of I feel like that's odd. I feel like they usually have 5 or even NXT. But yeah, Javon Evans and Leon Slater against La Barca and Mr. Iguana was hyped this week here. So you got your X Division champ on NXT PLE. Mr. Iguana popping up with Alaska. And then finally, your main event is Trick Williams going again for that championship against your current champ, Ricky Starks. Hopefully, again, I say this because I love Ricky, and also I like Trick. Get Trick on the main roster, Ricky retain. That's probably what will happen here. So yeah, that's your Halloween Havoc.
Who's had more title shots, Trick Williams or Drew McIntyre?
Good question. I feel like Drew probably, because I feel like Drew's been around longer.
Yeah,
so losing title matches.
either win or go up to the main roster. God damn it! Like you've had so many.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, kind of a slow week, so no worries. Sounds good. Not a whole lot going on, but I guess we'll go through.
Cody and Drew at Saturday's main event. I should probably say that too.
A match I feel like I've seen like 4 times already, but yeah.
And Drew better win, otherwise they're hurting him. They're just
I feel like I've thought that about Drew in the past, though, and like who else? Like Shinsuke kept getting like title matches, like with Seth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily think that is what's going to happen. I hope so, but
at that point, you just can't complain anymore, Drew. That's on you if you just can't get the job done at that point. So that's kind of on you, bro. So yeah, you only get so many times. But yeah, let's go through and talk about AEW Wrestledream and go through this here. We won't do like super long thoughts and whatnot. We'll just kind of get your thoughts here and there on kind of the show and a few of the key matches here. I'll just kind of run down what happened on the pre-show, and then I'll get you guys if you have anything to say about the pre-show. You started out with the Death Riders. Claudio Garcia, Pac, Wheeler Yuta defeating Roderick Strong and the conglomeration of Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, and Ishii in a man tag, beating them in 15 minutes. No wonder the FTR match went over into the main show. My goodness gracious! Eddie Kingston and Hook taking on to be announced, which ended up being the Frat House. Did anybody change their predictions based on that when they came out? No, I didn't think so. Okay, great.
The Frat House feels very valued.
Yes. Quick, JPO, name all 3 members of the Frat House. Go.
It's 4 technically. I don't think they only show 2. The match was Griff Garrison and Cole Carter, along with Jack Jameson and Preston Vance in the group as well.
Gotcha. I was gonna say Jack Jameson. I didn't know his name at all, but there you go.
Yeah, Jack's the guy on the outside. He even in Ring of Honor, at least from what I've seen, he's kind of like the 4th guy, usually even in that, like just kind of talking it outside. He used to be the guy with the Bears.
Yeah,
older.
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah, sounds like an alcohol brand, Jack James.
Yeah.
I don't mind the name.
Yeah,
Jack James.
And what could be, a preview of your tag team bracket there, JPO. Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale defeated Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. That's a match that could happen theoretically. They're on opposite sides of the bracket, so you could get a rematch there. But they win that one, what could be an early preview. And your match that we determined we talked about ended up being a pay-per-view match because it spilled over into the beginning of the pay-per-view. FTR defeated Jet Speed of Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight. Yeah, because we were even talking on the pre-show. We were like, the bell just rang, and there's like 4 minutes left on the pre-show. What the hell's going on?
Yeah. Even before that, I was like, okay, where's the entrances? I thought the women's match was going to be short. But no, so.
No, they literally just went to the pay-per-view. They hit the pyro while the guys were in the ring. It kind of felt like, if you remember back in the day on those 3-hour Nitros, when they still hit the pyro for the 3rd hour of Nitro. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, they're good.
And sometimes, and there was a couple of times where they would do it like on cue for the 3rd hour, even if there was a match in the ring. And I remember that happening a couple of times. And the guys would be wrestling, and all of a sudden they get like startled because the pyro would start going off the entranceway. They did that a couple of times back in the day. So
they'd randomly switch out the commentary as well, just I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's why. Dynamite has that feel as well, where they're switching up commentary sometimes. Well, I guess Hayden used to. But yeah, I remember that though. It was just like, okay. We're just showing that you got a lot of money with all the pyro, unnecessary pyro. That's why you went out of business.
Yeah. JPO, any thoughts on anything on the pre-show at all, or pretty standard stuff?
Yeah, you skipped the most important part. It sounds like we're gonna have a Big Boom AJ versus Romero and Trent match soon. So, fucking come on, report the big stuff. It was fun. I actually don't mind the overbleed. TNA did that not that long ago, actually, with Mance Warner and Sami Callihan, and it kind of helped. Like it kind of. If you have a really good match, you get a few minutes in, I could maybe see that potentially having someone like, all right, fine. So that's not a bad idea to do that every once in a while. And it seems organic too. Like, oh yeah, this match's not gonna end in 4 minutes, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Richie, any thoughts on anything on the pre-show?
I thought it was decent pre-show. I had to, I had to go back and watch it later. It's not like when they've done when they've transitioned to the tailgate thing. It's not it's not as easy to find. It's not like just like full on like on like YouTube for me. So I've got to go. I think I found everyone's fight on my end, but like it's not legit. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and as Pez and I learned in the U.S., if you go to YouTube, it's literally just a talking thing with Renee, Jarrett, and RJ City. You have to watch it on HBO Max in the U.S. at least.
That just seems like the weirdest thing. If I'm paying for the one on YouTube, why can't I see the pre-show with the wrestling even on the pay
It's
one?
An HBO Max deal.
I know.
I also looked into it a little bit. It's literally part of. They have so many hours that they're supposed to produce for HBO Max and Warner's Discovery that this technically also adds to that obligation because now they have another hour that they're giving them specifically. So there's a couple like technical things about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do think it's weird to hide the pre-show from the entire world. Like if you don't have HBO Max, like you said, it's not a Max exclusive pay-per-view. It is YouTube Prime. Regular pay-per-view show. So that seems a bit weird, but I guess there's an obligation to it.
I get that. I just mean like I understand if you don't have it on the free YouTube thing, but like on the paid feed where I paid for the show, that should include the pre-show.
It's a Max exclusive.
Yeah, it's just very weird. So I don't know.
Yeah. One thing you probably got to look at in the future, by the way, I don't know if anything will come of it, but Warner Brothers Discovery is getting sold. They're up for sale. So I don't know if that will impact anything, but you never know with these things. So just something to look out for. I don't know. I'm guessing it probably won't affect AEW, but you never know with these executives and shit.
Yeah. All right. Now moving on to our main part of the show. After the FTR and Jet Speed match wrapped up, we started with our opening matchup here on the full pay-per-view card. Everybody banned from ringside. Jamie Hayter defeats Tekla and this is going to be a running theme for tonight in 15:35. A match I thought went way too long. We'll talk about these match times. I'm sure JPO has them too. My goodness. Some of these match times. I don't think on the pre-show there's not a single one under 10 minutes. And what's the shortest match on the main show?
Well, I'm sure the Hook match, and I'm sure that match was short, right?
Oh no, I'm talking about the main show, main pay-per-view.
Oh, you said on the pre-show. Sorry.
No. On the main pay-per-view, the shortest match on the pay-per-view was the Hurt Syndicate match at 13:30. That was your shortest match. Your shortest match. Your longest match looks like the Brodito Callis family
27 and a half.
27 and a half. Yeah, Darby and Moxley coming close. 25.
If the other matches weren't so long, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind that being long because we'll get to that. That match was awesome. So, but yes.
Richie, go ahead. Yeah, as far as this match again, not a bad match, but man, this show by the end of it, I was beaten down with wrestling a little too much.
I put a thing up on the. I put a thing up on that group because I don't obviously there's going to be pro WWE groups and pro AEW groups on Facebook. There's one pro AEW group that annoys me, like obviously post positive stuff, but like just the people who glaze promotions that just like to the point where it's like they ignore valid criticism. It's just is quite fucking annoying. Just like it's like you can't just write everything off as just hate it. Like, oh, you don't. Oh, it's such a big issue. Too much wrestling. I'm like, yeah, it is actually. People get fucking tired. Okay, and then you can tell that with the crowd as well. Like I love. There's a lot of things I love, but I can't sit there and do things all day. Like there is too much. Like you don't need. Like I don't think Jamie Hayter and Tekla was a feud that needed 15 minutes that necessitated a 15-minute match. Like it was a great match. They're really good, but you couldn't get it done in like 7 to 10. Like I don't understand. Yeah, like and others other than others in this card. It's like just I want to be I want to be excited and want to get to the main event. But when you get to the main event, you're like, I mean, this will be fun, but my God, am I ready for this show to be over? That's not good. It's not a great feeling. But yeah, the match in isolation is good. Yeah, I mean, even though I guessed I predicted Jamie Hayter. I'm still surprised that she got over because they're on tackler, but yeah, it was quite a good match, and yeah, I'm glad to see that she's back. Because I think she lost a bit of momentum with her injuries and stuff. So it's cool to see her back out there. But yeah, good match.
Yeah, JP, any quick thoughts on this one at all?
Yeah, no, it started off. Yeah, this is, or I guess in a weird way, started off. I don't know if you got the other one. Yeah, no, but no, it was fine. The quick thing I'll say overall about the times that I was kind of saying in the private chat is there's a middle ground to meet here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying let's cut 4 matches or let's make everything super short, but like for instance, this is what we said, 15:35, and it wasn't like it's not like it added to the greatness of it because it was just it was a good, not great match. Could have been 10 minutes. You know what I mean? The next match we're about to talk about was good, but there's a lot of false finishes, and it's not like it's for a tag title or a world title. I'm talking Jurassic versus Bucks 2309. That could have been 15-18. You know what I mean? Like, you do that a couple times, maybe shave one match off. Like, you're saving a lot of time that way. You know what I mean? So it's just little things like that I think would have helped make this just is a good show. Again, the match quality is there. Like, this is even arguably, not to jump ahead, maybe one of the lesser matches of the night, and it's still a good match. So the match quality is there, but you can do a little bit more to like shorten the times of everything because just make it quick and tighter. You know what I mean? I think that's why Triple H loves this new format is because it worked for NXT when they started doing takeovers. There were these tight, matches that everyone loved. You got in, you get out. So I still want a little bit more, but you're doing too much. Again, me in the middle, guys. WWE do more, AEW do a little less.
8 matches. There you go. That is what you.
8 matches, or even if you insist on 9, just cut some of these times. Even Fletcher and Briscoe 25. I don't know, 20. I think would have been good. Great match though, so hard to argue. But yeah.
Yeah, no, the we'll get to that, but the Fletcher and Briscoe one felt over long, even though it was good. Yeah, it just felt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Really good match,
yeah.
but I think it would have been fine at 20.
Yeah.
At 18.
That's all you can have a banger match at 15 to 18, like on an indie
and
show.
You do that 3-4 times. I just saved you 45 minutes quickly there that way. An hour almost,
Right. It's not like these guys can't put together a great match with that amount of time. You can still tell a story.
That's the only thing. He's a little too like, just go at it, guys. Like I can just see Tony being like, do your thing,
Yes, your next match, a tag team match for $500,000. The Jurassic Express defeated the Young Bucks here. Honestly, I kind of forgot about this match by the time it was over. I kind of forgot about this, mainly because the later tag match was a little bit better. I just kind of forgot this happened. It was a standard fun, tag match for what it was. Luchasaurus way over, with the crowd, super over every time he got in there. So that was nice to see. I think the crowd is enjoying, him and Jungle Boy back together. Fun for what it was. Any quick thoughts, JPO? I kind of forgot this match happened, honestly, so I don't remember a whole lot of details. Because once you get buried into the show, I kind of forgot a few of these things, like the details. But yeah,
no, I mean it's good. It's another one worth checking out. Like I said, it's another one though that there's a lot of falsies, a lot of back and forth. It's not always a bad thing, but again, when you do that almost every match, But so no, it was fine. I remember, I don't know if it was Rich or someone on the live stream was like, I was waiting for them to hand out the cash to the crowd, but no, they're greedy. They kept it.
Yeah, not quite. Richie.
And they tried to hand it to the Young Bucks, so I think they're using a Young Bucks face turn, and because we came out and attacked the Jurassic Express, but yeah, can't remember what someone did, but yeah, they're definitely teasing a Elite reunion at some point. but yeah, it was good. It was a good match. I saw it like uh, Brian, Brian Alvarez and Dave were glazing this match. I thought it was fine. I think it's the problem is like there needs to be like more different because like the AEW sometimes does the same match. It's like nothing. It just has sometimes nothing feels special. It's like kind of like you like maybe do less false finishes in matches, and then this will stand out more because it's just like it was a good match. There were some good spots. I like both teams, but yeah, I've seen better Young Bucks matches, and but yeah, and I liked the Young Bucks entrance. That was fun, where it was just like insufficient funds. That was fun. I like that whole gimmick, and yeah, they're probably it looks like they're gonna turn babyface soon. Yeah, they got a team with FTR next week again for was it 100,000? Is it like extra 100,000 of them or extra money against Jet Speed and I think Jurassic Express. And so yeah, I mean I like the gimmick, but yeah, I thought it was a good match, not great, and I just don't. I couldn't get there where other people have thought, oh man, this is the best Jurassic Express I've ever looked. I'm like, no, I've seen better matches with them, man.
All right. Yeah, your next match was a lot of tag matches, multi-man matches once again. The Hurt Syndicate defeating the Demand of Ricochet and the Gates of Agony in a Tornado Trios match. And we joked about how it's weird to go back to a semi-regular rules match after you already had the street fight. That's weird. But, okay. But we're keeping this thing going here. So, yeah, the Hurt Syndicate kind of getting their win back on these guys, looking fairly strong here. Richie, any thoughts on this one?
I thought it was good, but it was probably one of those things where I worked myself up to be disappointed because I just thought it was like maybe tailor made for like a Cedric Alexander run, debut or something, and and then look, I like Ricochet and Gates Agony. I think they work well together. I didn't realize when I drafted them, I didn't realize Gates Agony would actually pay off quite well. They're on TV quite consistently. I think Cena has good chemistry. I am guessing, given what happens later on, that because we should mention this is number one contenders trios match apparently. It's number one contenders match. I'm guessing Hurt Syndicate of baby faces.
I mean, I would assume, given what happened later with Samoa Joe and on Dynamite, the kind of heel turn that Hurt Syndicate would be the default baby faces in that match.
Yes. So baby face, they're full baby. Yeah. So but I don't know. I guess it's just like when you see a street fight and then it's like this was, even though it was a tornado tag, it just felt like standard match, and it just sort of ended it was anticlimactic. It's spear 1 2 3. Okay, cool. That was that, and let me move on. But I would say that there's a good chance that Hurt Syndicate win the Trios Championship, whether it's with MVP or I'm not convinced it's going to be with MVP. It could be with Cedric. It would make more sense, and MVP is just the manager, so he doesn't have to work as much. But I thought this match was good, but it felt like a Dynamite match.
No, I mean it's kind of what our thing is. Every one of these pay-per-views, there's always 1 or 2 matches where we go like, probably could have been on like a Dynamite, just kind of is what it is. We had Kyle Fletcher in his streak of title defense.
I don't get to talk about that wonderful 6-man.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, JBL. So,
because I disagree. This could have been on Collision. All right, we can keep going.
Yeah. But I mean, you talked about JPO how Finn Balor and them have barely defended their titles. One guy who's definitely been defending his titles in a working champion, Kyle Fletcher. Holy cow, has that dude been at least a fighting champion? It can be done.
It's not that hard to do when you have 3 hours a week, 4 times a month.
Right. No, Homeboy's been defending his title damn near every other show. So hey, kudos to Kyle Fletcher for being a working defending champion of that title. So that is certainly
All right.
Yeah.
Here's a quick fun check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenses in 85 days. Again, they had one in 100 some days, so it's doable. Is all we're saying.
Yeah, no, it's very doable. It's not like you have to defend it literally every single week, but
August, September, October. Yeah.
yeah, it's like you just make it to where like I feel like in my head you're defending it fairly regularly. You know what I mean? You're at least like defending it against regular challengers. That's all we're asking.
But Judgment Day read that and they got exhausted. They're like, no, that is way too many.
That didn't work for me, brother. Maybe that like those titles got heavy in their suitcases, and they're just like, do we even need to bring them this week, guys? How about you just tell us when you need us to bring it from home, and we'll ship it to the building in advance. You know what I mean? So, we had Kyle Fletcher successfully defending once again his TNT title against Mark Briscoe, and I think what we all kind of agreed was a really good match. But did it need to be 25 minutes, almost as long as the main event of the show? No, this shouldn't be as long as the main event. You shave 6-7 minutes off of this thing, you can have a really, really good, intense match as they did. But again, a little over long. Did not need to go. Maybe they just went longer than their allotted time, and they just kept it rolling. But still a good one nonetheless. But JPO, I mean, I've been enjoying. Kyle Fletcher's been having banger matches, so I mean, I don't mind it. But yeah, just trim the time a little bit. You know what I mean? just tighten it up.
Yeah,
just that.
That's all I meant for several of these. It's just a couple here, a couple there. It adds up. Solid match here. Yeah, no, Fletcher is definitely did he break out of last year or this year? Yeah, this dude's fantastic.
I think both years, but probably more this year. I don't know.
Yeah, because I was almost just wondering for like our awards, because my God, is he like definitely gone from like, oh cool, like tag team guy to like, oh, this guy's a future world champ. Like, good for him. All right.
No, I mean, as far as like the consistency of his matches, and even the stuff earlier this year with Will Ospreay,
he's got a good swagger to himself. He's got a good look.
I mean, again, he's another one of those guys.
The haircuts worked.
If somebody had him in his long nominations for like Wrestle of the Year, just for like putting out straight work rate throughout the year,
honestly, that kind of like that Orange Cassidy, just workhorse champ.
Yeah, workhorse, like working his ass off week to week, like having great matches and just really like establishing himself. I couldn't argue with it. You know what I mean? Like, it would be hard to debate against you on that one. But Richie, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, this match is great. Yeah, if you want to do 25 minutes, like 25 minute like match like this should be reserved for like if you want to main event these guys on a Dynamite. But like I feel like it was paid for. You just got to trim it down a little bit, but it's still really good. I joked about joking on the stream about how audible both these guys are, but it's fun. Yeah.
I like that. I like audible guys in the ring. Come on, Albert's my all-time standard. Come on, you can make noise. I'm fine with
that. But no, it's great. And still doing great stuff. That Jade Driller on the apron, I was like, oh god. Actually, if you look at the replay, it was actually pretty safe. But then and then obviously the El Generico brain buster always looks sick. But it was really good. But it kind of but because it's so long, and even a really good match that long, I was gonna like lose my attention for a little bit, for a while, for a couple of minutes there. But really great chemistry, and Kyle Fletcher is great, and I think he'll just move from strength to strength, and he could win the title next year, I think. So
I think he's definitely like we talked about, another year or two down the line, I think he could be a definite contender for world champion. So we'll see how that plays out. Speaking of more world titles, Chris Statlander successfully defending against Tony Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. 16 minutes and some change here for Chris Statlander. Tony Storm looking very dejected after the fact, kind of sulking back to the ring, the makeup running down her face, getting hugs from Mina backstage. Not very proud of herself. Not looking too great. Richie, how is this? So again, good match. Two good ladies.
Again, it was a good match. That these two to the best workers in the company. Again, probably just suffers from being. I don't know. I was sort of maybe I was just burnt out because it was like other matches went long. So I was like, yeah, but so it felt long at times, but like but yeah, they still have good chemistry. Yeah, and they were very. I think Chris Statland's gotten better. Like just really slick with her moves. Like with it, I love the moonsault off the apron that she does. I think that's a really good spot. And yeah, I like the ending when she refuses to tap out, and then you can hear, you can hear her go, "Just fucking kill me," and then she hits the Saturday Night Fever and gets the win. And so yeah, and then I guess now she will move on. Statlander move on to Mercedes Moné, and I really hope that she doesn't lose because I'm kind of over that belt gimmick.
How many is she up to now? I mean, we'll talk about it in a second because she picked up another one on this pay-per-view. But
she picked up two. She picked up one on this show, and then one on an indie. She beat Jody Threat on an indie. So
oh yeah, she picked up another indie belt. That's right. Yeah, like a 12th belt. So she's got 12, right? Is that right? Or 11?
Yeah. Although you know, like she counts the Owen Hart belt. I don't, but you know, whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. She is cheating with that for sure. Yeah.
That would be like if somebody on WWE counted that crown jewel belt. That's like not really a belt, you know?
Yeah.
It's like it's not a title.
It counts as an accolade of yours, but it's not like she's never gonna defend it. So
yeah.
like,
well,
so like,
what,
are you that champ forever?
If you ran down her accomplishments of her career, yeah, you won the Owen Hart tournament. That's fine as an accomplishment, but yeah, it's not a belt. That's silly.
You don't count that as a current thing. Like, oh, like if she, years from now wins another title, like randomly, oh, I'm still the Owen Hart Cup, so champ, so I'm 2-time champ. Like,
yeah.
When does that end? Does that reign end then in your mind?
Right. Yeah, that's like yeah, that's like winning a belt for like a King of the Ring or something. It doesn't mean you defend it. Yeah.
I've always thought it was unnecessary to even give him a belt, like give him a trophy or something,
Yeah, a trophy. Yeah, like what Edge,
like
what Edge used to carry around, or Chris used to carry around for Edge, like the big trophy. Like carry that around or wear the crown.
Yeah, you give him something. Fine. Yeah, I mean, I get giving him something, but yeah, belt to me is defending. Here, you have it now. You have it now. You have it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, JBO, any other thoughts on that, or is that really? Yeah, Chris. Oh.
These two had really good promos leading up to this too.
You cut out.
Yeah, you got everything. No, it's all good.
My bad storytelling on my end about good storytelling there. Now I was saying the build-up was also not good for this too. It was a good way to get you hyped for a face-on-face match. So yeah, good match.
Yeah, no, and we just kind of mentioned Mercedes, but yes, she picked up her, I guess her 11th belt because the 12th one, like it was the day or two after the pay per view at that indie show. And she picked up this one because her open challenge was met by Mia Shirakawa, who was the interim women's world television champion. Technically kind of a fake belt also, this like interim title, but as soon as Mina came up, I went, oh no, another belt from Mercedes. Jesus Christ, another one. Here we go. But JPO, belt number 11 here. If you want to count it that, like Richie said, does that count as like an interim title? Is that like the one
it's funny because They've gone back and said like retroactively, like what is it like that Thunder Rosa reign does count, or like whatever, like the one they did for the women's title. So like, does this even count? Are they even really the champion?
And
the interim thing has always been weird. So I guess it does.
Didn't the UFC do that at one point for like a heavyweight title or something too? They were doing like an inner like they had like an interim heavyweight champion or something.
Time, which is really annoying. The equivalent to like the title, I guess, like that's a kind of a fake belt now. They have this belt that they use if they don't, that they need a title match called the BMF belt, which is just stands for bad motherfucker. And
so like the FTW belt for UFC,
basically, but it's like not like any like there's no weight class. So, someone from some weight class could win it, but then like and then they could defend it, sure, but like. It's but if they wanted to make like a heavyweight match for the BMF belt, they'll do that too. It means not much. It's just they want a title match and pay per view. There you go, create a belt.
Gotcha. Any thoughts on this one, Richie, at all?
Yeah, I guess some people were disappointed because they built it up like maybe that it would be someone outside the company, but we kind of suggested on stream it could be Mina Shirakawa or Athena. Didn't know that she's a Ring of Honor champion, but I guess they had now knowing what we know now, they probably had other plans for Athena with them teaming up. So yeah, I mean, I guess it makes some sense. But yeah, I don't know. I think we've gotten to the point where like she's got all the belts. So there's got to be that kind of tapering off now. She's got to have that decline where she's just like, what is she just gonna like at the indie shows? Is she just gonna start losing? Like, I feel like there's going to be that.
Yeah, does she have to go back to these indie promotions and specifically to drop a belt and when she starts losing them? Like
I almost guarantee
Yeah.
she'll lose like the major ones at AEW. And then we'll just probably vacate the other shit. There, Winnipeg, have your title back.
Yeah.
I don't need to go back to Winnipeg Pro anytime soon.
I'll ship it back to you in a FedEx box. Yeah, all right.
They did draw. Just look though, they definitely drew over like 1,500 people though, so not a bad crowd. Damn.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's trying a couple things. Yeah, any thoughts?
Mercedes, what are you doing January 8th? I'll fucking put you over.
I know. Well, you got to give a discount for that. Yeah, I think she's a little pricey for your budget.
Well, I bet you, even if Winnipeg drew maybe not too much of a discount, but I bet you she's saying like, "Hey, bring me in, put me over." I bet she's doing it for a slight of a discount just to get like the belt up, like
And then like I'll do it to prop your promotion up. You know what I mean? Like get you in the news a little bit, like get your promotion.
Yeah, at least you'll hear your thing mentioned on television. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, any thoughts on this match, JBM?
Oh yeah, it was fine. Like I said, this is the last second, open challenge, so not really too much meat on the bones. We all figured she'd win. This is just to put her over, especially once it was Mina for the interim title. I was like, oh, that's like here goes any kind of like, if it was Athena, then you could be like, oh, maybe Athena will win, and like but no.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for my money, maybe the match of the night and one that we talked about could steal the show, just on paper. And I think they might have actually stolen the show. Yeah, Brodito defending successfully their tag titles against the team of Okada and Takeshita. Again, still teasing kind of their clash that will eventually happen. We just don't know if it's going to be at either Full Gear or World's End. We're just not sure yet. When that's actually going to go down. But yeah, I mean, we all kind of speculated that this could be a show stealer, and I think it was. Yeah, this match was pretty great. Yeah, 4 really great wrestlers all just getting in and throwing down. I think Okada, we've always talked about when he gets pressed into a good match, like, no, motherfucker, you're gonna have a good match tonight. Like you're gonna work. let's get this working. He goes out and has good matches, and I think some of the people that are around him, in these are pushing him to kind of bring his A game. But yeah, it's fun, and maybe proving that this Brodito combination is not, some kind of, we talked about that, JP. We speculated about them being kind of transitional champions, but maybe they're just fully rolling with them now, as like this great team that's kind of doing their thing. So yeah, any thoughts on this one, JPO?
No, yeah, I'd say overall, in the end of the day, yeah, I'd say this is I'd say match of the night. Yeah, I dug this one here. We kind of said on paper it could be, and everyone delivered. This might be my favorite Okada match. Maybe I have to go back and fact check that, but because I've been kind of iffy on him, like not iffy, but I've always wondered if he deserved that huge contract that I heard he got. Like he got like top guy pay. I heard, but no,
I heard he's making like couple mil a year sort of numbers. Like
he's making like what normally a main eventer on a show would make, and he hasn't been. He's been continental, 10-man tag guy so far, kind of thing. But no, this is a dope match, and yeah, no, I do agree. I've flipped on, obviously on paper, I've always been a fan of Brody and Bendito separately, so I've always thought they were a fun team, but now I'm like, oh, okay, like there's juice here as far as like the match quality goes. On the scrum, they kind of had some fun chemistry together on the post-match thing. So yeah, now I'm like, oh yeah, let's keep it on for a little bit longer. At this point, it ended up becoming a fun team here, Brodito of all things. So
yeah, for sure, Richie.
Meanwhile, like Buddy Matthews is going, oh, a nice tag team you got there.
Yeah, that's the only reason, because there's other teams that never got that far. Like they never had the tag titles, the Kings of the Black Throne or whatever. But
Yeah.
these guys did
or
it
they
on
were
the
going to
first
be
try.
called like the Wolves or something, the Hellhounds or whatever the fuck they were going to be called.
Oh yeah,
like,
when they were just the two of them. Yeah.
yeah, they cut those promos and stuff. They may have had like one match. Yeah, it wasn't much before he got hurt. Yeah, that they were going to maybe roll with that. And I feel I feel bad because I like Buddy. He's a good worker. But
No, I wanted
yeah,
them to win.
no.
That's the team I had pushed for the tag team titles. I was like, oh hell yeah. Because
Yeah.
Buddy, I've always thought and it's not a weird tangent of Buddy Matthews, but I thought he did everything WWE gave him like with the best of capabilities, like the Seth Rollins protege, the guy who kept losing to Aleister Black at first, if you remember. And I thought he always did good, and they just never really saw him, I guess as a big star, I guess, or even a star they want to keep.
Yeah, but yeah, this match. Well, yeah, this match is fantastic. That's a tag match. Really good. Yeah, great chemistry between awful guys. I like the ending where Okada accidentally hits a Rainmaker but just doesn't give a shit. On sketch, he's like,
whatever. Who cares? Yeah.
oh well. And then finishing sequence is great too. So yeah, I'm willing to I'm curious to see with this how long this Bro Dito thing goes for, but I'm liking it, and an argument can be made for Bro Dito to be the rest of the year as well. He's had a great year. So
no, Bandito's had a great year. Yeah, if anybody again nominated him on their short list of wrestlers of the year, again, I couldn't argue against it, and I might even be leaning towards that. Yeah, a hell of a workhorse. He's been putting out great matches in multiple promotions. So I couldn't argue with that either. So we'll see what happens. He might be on that short list. Your semi-main event here. They went with the world title match as your semi-main event as opposed to the main event. So Hangman Page defeating Samoa Joe to retain his title here. Took three buck shots to take him down. I at least appreciated that, keeping Joe looking strong. But Joe getting obviously very, very frustrated and laying out him and the ops, putting a beating on Hangman post match. And we saw a little bit of the follow up of that. They're kind of running with Joe being a heel again, and even his team being a heel.
He called the audience fat. He called the chicks fat, and with the fat chicks, that Will Hobbs likes fat chicks.
I mean, you like what you like, man. Whatever floats your boat. But Richie, thoughts on this one, and the kind of turn that we've seen.
I thought, it was good for what it was. It's a good horse fight. Yeah, like I think the two both bring it, and it was a good back and forth. I guess the thing that took me out of it is I never thought the ending, the result was ever in doubt. Then just going, no, I want food more. I just gave you food, and I thought the match was it was pretty good, and then I think the ending was pretty intriguing. So I was like, just making them heels. I'm like, you don't have any other heels on your roster you could go. I don't. You could have Hangman go against, I guess, but they could. Maybe they're heading towards like a blood and guts thing. I don't know. But I don't know. We've got to probably get that at some point. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. But yeah, I get why it wasn't main eventing. Considering what was to come. So yeah, I like the match quite a bit.
Did you say blood and guts? I might be going to that. Anyways, JPO, your thoughts on the world title match here?
This was good. I figured these two would have a good match on paper here. Something we might not be done with this feud too, which I think is kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't mind a heelish Samoa Joe too. Just the kind of guy that goes, "Hey, I know I can, I'm a badass. I need to get back to that." So, this is a good match.
Yeah. No, and I think the ones I kind of have the most thoughts on is your main event here. Darby Allin defeating John Moxley in an I Quit match. Lots of kind of shenanigans as we thought there would be. Again, more attempted murder, JPO, with this time a kind of fish tank with water and Moxley attempting to straight up drown Darby, in a big thing of water here. Crowd once again chanting, "This is murder." Always an amusing chant that I never thought I would hear in wrestling, but yeah, we've heard it. I think way more than we wanted to hear it. The last couple of years. Kind of the big ones coming out of that is Sting made what maybe could be his last appearance in the makeup. Hasn't he said? This is the last year JPO he's going to put the makeup on even at conventions and stuff. Has he kind of talked about that? I want to say he said that.
He 100% has said he's not doing it at conventions.
Yeah.
No, about like an AEW. I don't know if he's directly said like never on TV. I
Yeah.
could see him like again in a couple of years of a Darby or just like a whatever fun one off like this
Right.
was. Because Tony was asked about that on the post show, was like, is this a one off or what it is? And he goes, oh, we never said Sting couldn't, be an ambassador and like come and he does have a relationship with Darby, yada yada, blah blah blah. And I know his son also wrestled recently too, so I don't know if that's going to continue. I can see if his son cut on TV and popping up there. So I think we might see them make him on TV again. I think he's just realistic, been like, hey guys, I'm getting older. Like, I'll do maybe an autograph in the future, but like, if you want the face paint, it's now or never.
Yeah. I can't do this much longer.
Year, otherwise, you're just getting Steve for the rest of my life.
He certainly had an interesting look with like the fully like white hair and like the white goatee with the makeup. Like that was certainly an interesting look.
Sting's past,
Yeah, it looked like Ghost Sting or something.
Old man
yeah,
Logan,
old man Logan.
Sting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it fully works with the beard, but it's a look.
I think it does. I don't mind it. It's retirement Sting. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you who didn't like this match. Sarah Stock. She was like, she had a stupid.
I did read that.
So it was like, you got to think of the children. I'm like, it's pay-per-view, and it was on midnight. It was I don't know. And if you're worried about kids replicating this, like that's not the wrestler's fault. You just parent your kids.
Have you never seen a John Moxley like hardcore match and like the shit he does in those matches, or like this feud at all, or some of the stuff they've done over the last?
I quit match too in general. Like if you know what wrestling is, like if you don't think your 6-year-old can handle it, leave. You already had a 5-hour show. You can leave.
Yeah, I know.
You draw the line. I'm like after all this cocktail. I don't know. This sounds good. I did like the chant. I think at the very start of it, the crowd were chanting, "We are nervous."
Yeah.
I mean, I
legitimately was nervous when the glass was still sticking up and they were fighting in water.
Oh, I know. You were getting like anxiety. You're
I've seen too much Final Destination. Don't fucking slip.
Or you know what it reminded me of? You know how like the spot in a movie that gets me even more than some horror movies is the bit in Hot Fuzz where Timothy Dalton gets like the steeple in his chin.
At the end with like a tower display, like a miniature, right?
Yeah, the miniature, but like through his mouth, and I'm just like,
impaired on fences and stuff. And
like that's what I thought. JPO, we have like a random shard. Like if somebody falls on that really awkwardly,
I was like, break it, and then when Sting broke it, I was like, but I was like, oh wait, we might have made it worse. Sting, you just made a sharded Jagger there. Jesus.
Yeah. I did not enjoy the finish of this. I thought fairly kind of underwhelming with the fact that John Moxley taps out within about 5 seconds to a sharpshooter, essentially. I after all the shit they've done to each other, and he taps out to a regular submission. You know what I mean?
He had a flag around his neck, but yes.
Yeah, he's literally like he's been hung by ropes, you know what I mean? He's been, set on fire and Molotov cocktailed, but like, ow, you stretched my leg a little much. I give up. I quit. You know what I mean? I thought that was like, even my girl thought that was bullshit. She was watching. She's like, "That's bullshit." Like, you would tap out of that. That's stupid.
And now they're doing a story where he's like scared of being like of getting submitted because he had a match with Kyle O'Reilly where it looked like Kyle O'Reilly was going to tap him out, so he just beat up the referee.
That seems out of character though. Isn't he supposed to be like the toughest guy? Like I'm the baddest man. Like what?
Yeah, that's what my problem. Even more than Gunther, I'm like, isn't Moxley? Yeah, Moxley's this like hardcore deathmatch guy, where it's like,
I can
okay, I
do
don't know.
glass and barbed wire and
Yeah,
nails,
but
but like,
owie, my
oh,
knees.
owie, don't stretch my arm too much. Ow, owie. Like, yeah, hit me with a weed whacker, but no, don't. Yeah, I can't take you bending my leg the wrong way. Ow. Like, yeah, that seems like a weird, like, seems like a movie thing, like a weakness. You know what it seems like? It seems like, you know how in Jumanji they have like the weaknesses, like the Kevin Hart has like the random cake thing or something. Like, it's like, yeah, like I can do anything. I'm invincible. I can take any weapon you could take, but don't stretch my leg the wrong way. Ow. Like that just seems odd. So it just doesn't seem like in character. Yeah, so I wasn't a fan of that because yeah, if he was doing that while like something was also being done, or maybe like dragged him into the glass and like had like a sharpshooter on in the glass or something. I don't know, something, you know what I mean? Just put an extra layer of something onto that. Like it seemed underwhelming.
Like the match that he had with Hangman, where Hangman literally was like, literally like hung him and he was like flailing there and he eventually tapped out. Like that makes sense why you'd tap out.
That makes sense. You don't want to die hanging from a rope. Yeah, like I get that. You know what I mean? Or you're about to die. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've even seen creative stuff where like, I mean, I don't know, put the guy in a crossface with some barbed wire or something, anything, like, oh no, you're gonna rip my eyeballs out or something. I don't know. Just there's ways you can do things, where it would at least make sense if you feel like you're in like mortal danger, So underwhelming stuff. Yeah. But yeah, JPO, any other thoughts besides the shard of glass that gave you anxiety throughout this whole thing?
The only other thing I definitely do want to know, a good match, you know what I mean? To a decent degree, the table bump where it just like gorilla press him over there, that was gnarly.
Oh my god, yeah, that was bad.
One thing that I know you shouted out first that I completely agree with, that I thought always adds to an I quit match element, was no microphone from the ref.
Yes.
I thought was interesting in a bad way, because like that is usually just part of like the fun. Like, do you do it? Go to hell, Moxley. You know what I mean? Like, like we were missing all that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it bounces back and forth, and I don't mind either one. Where sometimes the ref is like holding the microphone. Sometimes they ask, or sometimes the wrestler will grab the microphone from the ref and shove it in his face. God damn it,
say it, Darby. Don't make me do it.
No,
like
fuck
it
you,
adds and it makes it different.
Screw you. Yeah,
this in the end just felt like a no DQ match, and I quit match. Like that's the kind of the cool element to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I thought that lacked it. I thought that was a fun element that they just didn't do.
If you want to see a fun
reason.
element of that, go back and watch Ric Flair and Terry Funk when they had theirs in like '89.
There's a few good
because
ones.
They're literally like each take turns holding the microphone. The fun of it is Terry Funk's like choking Ric Flair in the corner. Say it, you egg sucking dog, Flair. Say it, you want to quit. I'm gonna bitch. Like it's fun. Like,
you definitely could have. You could have had that here too, because when they did the whole like prison promo where they're on like separate sides of the glass. They mentioned stuff of like just have Moxley grab me, be like, don't make me do more. I don't want to hurt you, but I will. Like you could have added to it. Instead, it just felt like it felt like last month's match. No DQ match.
You could have Darby going, you're gonna have to kill me, asshole.
Yeah, you're gonna
do better than that. Yeah, just whatever.
You ain't no Everest, bitch.
Whatever corny stuff you want to do, I'm fine with that in a I quit match. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I was missing that element. I think that was I've always thought that was the interesting part is the microphone, them screaming back and forth, cutting promos, on each other, shit like that. So it was kind of missing that element. But, it just felt like a street fight other than that. So I don't know. Overall thoughts on the show, guys. What you give it out of 10, JPO? Overall thoughts?
Out of 10, huh? But that tag match is dope. Nothing's bad, so I can't go any lower than like a 7, even with like the length complaints, which is kind of like a semi-side complaint. 8.4.
Okay. 8.4. Richie?
It's weird to say, like, probably the AEW sense is disappointing, but it's still good. You know what I mean? because like
I don't know. Tony Khan
like,
at the scrum did say it was one of the best, not the best ever, which I feel like he says at
He
every
says
fucking scrum,
every pay-per-view. Yes,
every
and
time.
just
Right, one of the best shows we've ever had.
it's just not true, Tony. I'm sorry, you're high on your own supply.
he probably literally is, because he says that after probably like 3 bumps of cocaine. He goes, "Oh, it was the best. It was the best." And blinks like 5 times.
Amazing pay-per-view, the best pay-per-view ever had. Absolutely incredible pay-per-view. Never been a better pay-per-view. Yeah, you're sounding like Trump at this point.
Was Trump the booker?
Yeah, exactly. He might as well be.
If Trump was a booker, he'd be AEW champion. But yeah, no, but again, saying it's like just pointing, it doesn't mean it just means I have a high bar for AEW, and it's still very quite good. And that tag match could be a bit like match of the year contender. That match was really good. So yeah, it's still going to get a positive review. So I'll go 8. Not none of this point shit. I'll go 8.
I'll do some point shit. Why not? I'm at that point. I'll do a 7.6. Yeah, because again, nothing bad. You did have the Brodito match, which I would go back and watch again. Probably at least that one. Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of really good, solid wrestling, as with is the case with a lot of these AEW pay-per-views. You do get your money's worth out of the wrestling. I just felt bogged down by the end of it. I was just exhausted. By the time we got to the show again, because a few too many matches, just having too long of run times. That's a problem, Tony. You gotta shorten up these run times, man. Like, not everybody needs 25 minutes to work. Like, you can tell a good story in 15. It's fine. And then nobody's gonna fault you for it. Yeah, 1 or 2 matches still. Each of these shows needs to be on Dynamite or Collision. Again, they can be great. Big man. You can give them time on Collision or Dynamite. Give them 20 minutes on Dynamite. That's fine. Make it a main event. Make it a big main event. That's fine. But yeah, just something needs to be done. We need to find these happy mediums. Yeah, WWE pay-per-views are too few matches. AEWs are too many matches. Let's find that happy 7-match medium, like in the good old days of the 2000s, where it was like, hey, 7 matches, 3 hours, perfect, make it work. So yeah, we need to get back to those days. Yeah, not a bad pay-per-view. Not one of the standout ones of the year. I would disagree with that sentiment, but not bad. So I haven't feel like. I've rarely ever felt like ripped off paying for these pay-per-views. If that makes sense, you guys. You know what I mean? Like, where I didn't get my money's worth of the wrestling. Like, I got my money's worth of the matches. So I'll say that. There've been some bad booking decision.
Man, they got such a good roster. And it's hard. I think he's a good matchmaker. It's the storytelling and the overabundance of matches and times is the only downfall.
Yeah,
to me, that's why I said it's a weird show to it's a weird show to rate, because I'm like, I can't go lower than 7 because there's nothing bad on this. You know what I mean?
No, it's just one of those things where he needs to realize that, like, sometimes a little less is more, and you want your audience begging for more, like wanting more at the end of the show, but in a good way of just like, man, that was great, man. I could go for another match or 2 now, But that's when you go like, oh man, but if you like that, tune into our TV, you get to see all these guys every week, leave them wanting a little bit more. It's like a good stand-up set, JP. You see those things where some of those guys are like a good 45 minutes to an hour set, like you leave the audience wanting more.
I mean,
you don't.
And then speaking of stand-up, it's the same idea of there's times. You know what I mean?
Right.
The best stand-up is right around that hour, maybe, like definitely even an hour 15. I would say is kind of pushing it. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get in, maybe you have a host, a guest set, your main event kind of thing. There's logic to even that because I've been on shows that like they go to 2 hours, 2.5, and like crowd's dead and out of it. You know what I mean? It's same idea. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
I don't care how
your
funny
host
you
comes
are.
out.
You can be a 5-star comic with a 5-star match, but if you're going on with the crowd just out of it, it's not going to work.
You like, you get there. It's the same thing with like, probably looking through many things too, because it's like I've been on shows, and you've probably been on shows like, okay, why are there 15 acts on, like 15, 16 acts on? This is going to be like, could you not like do like, I don't know, just do 8. Like, why does it have to be? Why did you put everybody on?
And then you would have there's like certain people that were known of like, oh, you're doing so and so shows, all right, well, get ready to be one of 12 acts, and if you go on later, there'll be 0 people left. That's why I like going on early, because I'd be like, yeah, put me on third, because don't put me on 12th.
Yeah, right. I could understand why like MJF would always be like, "Can I just go first?" And the crowds are ready, ready to rock. Like I get that sentiment. So, yeah, not bad. But yeah, so that was AEW Wrestledream. Yeah, no, again, good solid pay per view as most of them are. So, Wrestledreams, yes. Would you guys like to play a game to kill the last 20 minutes or so? A different game.
We could do that.
You want to play one where you might want your whiteboards to write a few things down? Have a little fun? We'll do a best of 7. What do you say? How about
Fight
this
forever.
time? How about a best of 7? This time we're going to switch it up a little bit. Similar to the pay-per-view game, where you will lock in, and make your guesses. But we're going to do guess the wrestler based on their accolades and accomplishments.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to start listing accomplishments and accolades. So title wins, tournament wins, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, things like that. So even Slammy Awards, Hall of Fame, stuff like that. I'll start kind of with the lower level stuff, work our way up to the sort of more specific higher level stuff. If we get to the point where we're not there yet, I'll start listing other things such as maybe, year they debuted, or, if they're retired, the year they retired, things like that. I'll get a little more specific. At the top of each one, I will tell you if they are active or retired. I don't have anybody that's dead, so I'll tell you that. No, nobody that's dead. But all these people are alive. But some of them are active, some of them are retired. So I'll at least tell you that at the start, so you can kind of get in the right mindset for that thing. But if you'd like to write these down as you go, that is certainly your prerogative. But yeah, it'll be similar to the pay-per-view thing, where I will do them one at a time. You can lock in at any time and make your guess, but if you are incorrect, you lose the next accolade, and you cannot lock in for the next one until the one after that. So that's how it works. So yeah, and if I kind of run out, I'll name as many as I can without literally giving it away. We'll stop at some point. You guys will make your final guess, and I'll do all the points. All right. So, all right. Ready to roll? I got 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, we won't go too long. I'll just do a best of 7 here. So all right, this is a guess the wrestler. So all right, we will start with this person is retired. So we'll start with that. So that's not one you can lock in. I'm just giving you a flat out. Locked. Okay. Yeah, right. I will tell you up top, this person is a 2-time Hall of Famer in 2 different things. Okay. So we'll start with that. Okay. I'm not guessing any locks, so we'll go to the next one. This person is a 2-time WWF Tag Team Champion. Pay attention, because I will say F or E, and that could be hints as well, or whatever promotion. So, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, if it's WWE, I will say WWE. I said WWF Tag Team Champions. So take that into consideration if you want. But again, that's still a long period of time. That doesn't necessarily completely narrow it down, but still. All right. Ready for the next one? No locks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. A 1-time WWF Intercontinental Champion.
I'm gonna look.
Lock. Richie.
Kurt Angle?
That is incorrect. Okay. Okay. I'll give JPO 5 seconds. Otherwise, I'll move on, and Richie will be locked out of the next one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Richie is locked out of this one. JPO, this person is a 1-time WWF champion. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, moving on. Richie's back in the game for the next one. I'm going to move on to a 9-time WCW Tag Team Champion.
And you said WWF, not WWE Tag Champion?
Mm-hmm. 2-time WWF Tag Team Champion, WWF IC Champion, WWF Champion. Now moving to WCW 9-time Tag Team Champion.
That's one obvious one, but I don't know. It doesn't totally match up.
Go for it, Richie.
You know, lock.
I might have a debate if this is the right answer. I'll lock.
Lock, Richie.
Booker T.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
That's why I asked about but also, yeah.
Yeah. All right. JPO, 5 seconds. 5, 4.
I get that. I want the next thing.
Okay. Because Richie's locked out. Okay. Your next one. This person is a 4-time WCW heavyweight champion.
No.
All right. Richie's locked out of this one, but JPO's got a shot here, but I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We are moving on to the next accolade. Richie's back in. Your next accolade, a 1-time TNA Tag Team Champion.
Locked?
Locked, JPO.
Kevin Nash?
That is correct. Kevin Nash is this wrestler. Yes.
9 times WWE tag, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, 9 times, 6 times with Scott Hall, 1 time with Sting, 1 and 2 times with DDP. The Insiders. Anybody remember the Insiders?
Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah, DDP came to mind.
Yeah, but WWF champion, tag champion with Shawn Michaels 2 times. 2-time Hall of Famer individually and as part of the NWO. Yes, NWO and individually. So
I thought of DX right away, but I can't think.
Your next one would have been a 2-time TNA Legends champion.
That might have gone up for me, but I don't know. I almost probably, but
and then after that, I would have gone to stuff like some Pro Wrestling Illustrated stuff. So 1995 Match of the Year versus Shawn Michaels. I would have gone to he was actually named
Wrestler of the Year. His Mania match was Match of the Year in '95.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Illustrated was weird in the '90s. Yeah, very weird.
I was thinking probably in '95. I don't know.
It's not a bad match. It wasn't screaming Match of the Year to me.
I know, yeah. It's PWI has some weird stuff on some of these, so but yeah, JPL getting a point for Kevin Nash. Yes, is your wrestler there.
Hogan's probably fighting like the Butcher, so maybe just 95 sucked.
Yeah. All right, we are going to your next competitor, and again, this one spans several promotions. I will say that, and this person is active, currently active. All right. Okay. So I'll at least give you that they are currently active. And we'll go to your first accolade. Again, I'll kind of start at the bottom and sort of work your way up to the most, well-known stuff. This person is a 1-time WWF Light Heavyweight Champion. Okay. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving on. This wrestler is a 1-time WWF Hardcore Champion.
Lock,
Richie.
The Christian?
Christian is correct. Richie taking a stab, and I'm going to Christian. Yes, I was starting low. You guys definitely would have got it probably when I got to at least the 8th or 9th one. I would have worked my way up to 1-time European champion, a 4-time Intercontinental champion, 2-time ECW champion. You've got a
okay.
two-time world heavyweight champion. I think I would have got it once I got to 9-time WWF tag team champion, a 9-time tag champ. Then I would have moved up to TNA.
I think ECW would have solidified it.
Yeah, you guys probably got it by then. Had we kept going, we're going to obviously the Impact World Champion, two-time NWA world champion, and then you got even obviously a two-time AEW TNT champion and a World Trios champion. So there you go. So a lot of accolades for Mr. Christian Cage. But hey, Richie taking a shot and locking it in. So nicely done. All right. So kudos to you, sir. Get a point. All right. So your next wrestler, I will say, is semi-active. So kind of active. I'll say that. So take that for what you will. All right. We will start with this person is a WWE Hall of Famer. I won't say what class. I'll just say a Hall of Famer. Because that's so general and so many people, it's not going to help you super much, but at least
At
least
it lowers the pool, but it's still a big pool.
It's still a very big pool. Yes, I took a bucket out of the pool, but it's still a pool. All right, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This person is a Mr. Money in the Bank. Again, lowers the pool some more, but still. All right, Richie. Okay, RVD is correct. Holy shit, Richie is taking shots and nailing it.
No, but I mean, honestly, when you said that, it was just a matter of time because I don't know if that would fit anyone else.
Yeah, so well, there you go. Yes, he is a 2006 Mr. Money in the Bank, two-time World Tag Team Champion, one-time WWE Tag Champion, 4-time Hardcore Champion, one-time European Champion, 6-time Intercontinental Champion, one-time ECW Champion, one-time WWE Champion. Then, of course, you got an X Division title, TNA World title, of course, ECW TV title, ECW Tag title. So a lot of accomplishments for Mr. Pay-Per-View. Rob Van Dam. And add to that, one of the most hated wrestlers for his take on the Raja Jackson. All right, so one time stupid internet personality of the year for his Raja Jackson take.
And Mark Henry's.
Mark Henry's not far behind him. All right, nicely done there. Hey, Richard takes for the stab, so not bad. All right, going on to our next individual. This next individual is retired, but makes sporadic appearances. I'll say that. So retired as an in-ring competitor, but still makes sporadic appearances. Okay. All right. This person is a one-time Slammy Award winner. I know that spans a whole bunch of nonsense, but just throwing it out there.
The most prestigious of accolades.
Of course. All right. This person is a one-time WWF European champion. All right. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. This person is a 3-time WWF Tag Team Champion.
Screw it. Locked.
Lock. JPO.
Bulldog?
That is incorrect. All right. So JPO will be locked to this next one, but I'll give Richie 5 seconds if he wants to try. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Richie gets a shot for this one if you'd like to try. This person is a one-time WWE United States champion. JPO locked out of this one, but don't know if that'll help a whole lot. But a one-time WWE United States champion. Okay. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, JPO back in, eligible for this next one. This person is a one-time WWE Intercontinental Champion.
Locked?
Locked, JPO.
Eddie Guerrero?
That is incorrect.
Oh, you said no dead people. The fuck? I'm sorry.
You get two dead people.
This person is still around. Yeah,
I've been getting nothing but dead people. Fuck.
I know.
Oh, god damn it.
All right. I get it though. Sometimes you forget that. If you ever see this the shit they do on, yeah, it was Steve and Santi. I get it. You forget that sometimes. But Richie, one-time Intercontinental Champion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that'll do it for that. The next one. This person is a 17-time hardcore champion.
Oh, no. I was about to do what you were doing. No.
JPO can't lock in on this one, so this is your shot, Richie, if you want to.
No, I was about to pick another dead guy.
Don't pick dead people. This person is alive. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, moving on. This person is a one-time WWE champion.
Oh, look.
Lock.
The Big Show?
Big Show is incorrect. JPL, this is your shot. 3, 1, 5.
Well, this
4,
next one's my shot. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. All right, we're getting really specific here. This person is a 2009 Race to the Rumble tournament winner.
The fuck is that? I'm not even gonna write that down.
Yeah. I can't believe you guys haven't gotten this yet, especially after the one I just told you. A couple of the ones I just told you. So I'll just start getting into the Wrestling Observer.
We're done with titles.
Yeah, I named all the titles.
Oh, okay. I feel dumb.
I mean, there's a lot of reigns in there, so all right, I'll go to the Wrestling Observer stuff. All right. All right, 5, 4. Yeah, I think it will. 3, 2, 1. All right. Your Wrestling Observer newsletter, worst television announcer for 2014 and 2015. Put the clues together. I know you guys can do this.
What's television announcer?
Locked. Bradshaw.
Bradshaw is correct. JBL Bradshaw. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Some hardcore shit.
17-time hardcore champion when he had his hardcore reign. He's a former world champion. Yeah. TV announcer. Yes. I figured once we got the TV announcer, you guys had to get this one.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, then I'm all right.
All right. Yeah. All right. There we go. Good job, guys. All right. I said I will go to that type of stuff if we need to. Yeah, we'll go there. But all right, we will go to. All right, your next person is currently active in ring. All right.
Control up.
Okay. All right, your first title. I'm going to throw this in there because it's WWE related. JPO might appreciate this. This person is an FCW Florida Heavyweight Champion. One time. Since it was developmental, technically. I'll count it. Okay. I know you just perked up, JPO. You're like, ooh, FCW.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
My head. Okay.
Okay. That's the only kind of under one I'll give you because it's tied in. It's same as if somebody won an NXT thing. I would include that. So, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this probably won't help you, but this person is a 4-time Slammy Award winner. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. This person is a former King of the Ring winner. I'm not going to give you the years on these, but I'll tell you if they are a former something or other.
Locked.
JPO.
Xavier Woods.
Incorrect.
Okay.
All right. Richie, I'll give you 5 seconds if you want to lock in. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Sheamus.
Sheamus is correct. Richie nailed it.
No.
Oh, he got it. He fucking got it because we were going to go to a former Mr. Money in the Bank, former Royal Rumble winner, got your SmackDown tag titles with Cesaro, 4-time Raw Tag Team Champion, 3-time United States Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, 3-time WWE Champion, Sheamus. Yes, Sheamus was your answer on that one. Nicely done, Richie. You got a knack for this. Nicely done. All right, good shit. Hey, it's a close game. It's 3-2 right now. Anybody's game. We got 2 more. So anybody's game here. All right, best of 7. Going to our next competitor.
I just looked up my first ever FCW show. Sheamus defended the title.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what sucks? I was just looking at that footage the other day, but I stopped before I got to his match too. Like if I just kept going, because I bootlegged most of it. If I kept going, I would have been reminded of Sheamus holding the title.
Okay. All right. This next person is retired.
Where's Bulldog?
Very much alive, but retired.
I'm actually gonna write alive at the top of my board.
Alive. This person is alive. Yes,
Breathing.
alive but retired. As far as I know, unless they passed away today, and I don't know about it yet. This person is alive.
Oh, please, sorry, put that out there. We know how bad luck will be.
I know, bad luck, but I think they'll be okay. I think this person will be okay. All right, but here we go. This person is a Hall of Famer. Start with that.
Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
Hopefully you know your name.
Mhm. All right. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. This person is a 1-time WCW Tag Team Champion. Trust me, I don't think that's going to help you much, so I'm going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll know why when we get to the end. All right. This person is a 1-time hardcore champion.
Locked.
JPO.
What's wrong, Mick Foley?
That is incorrect.
Damn.
All right. I'll look out of this one. Okay. Richie, I'll give you 5 seconds if you want to look in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. This person is a 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion. JPO is locked out of this one. But if Richie would like to lock in, a 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion. And 5.
Those are not another dead guy.
4, 3. This person is alive. 2, 1. All right. JPO back in play here. This person is a 9-time WWF/WWE World Tag Team Champion. 9-time. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. This person is a 1-time 24/7 champion.
Guess lock.
Lock, Richie.
Oh, it won't be. God damn it. I'll just guess it anyway. It's not, but Edge.
Is incorrect.
I just realized it doesn't fit.
JPO, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, he's going to wait for the next one. Richie's locked out of the next one. This person is a 2-time Intercontinental Champion.
All right, I'm gonna lock because it might fit.
JPO?
Kane.
Kane is correct. Nicely done. You tie it up. Kane, yes, is your correct answer.
Yeah, that's fucking Invasion WCW tag. I remember.
Yeah, he got the Invasion WCW tag title. Yes, that's why I said it didn't really
and the
help
24/7 is also Mayor
24/7 when he was Mayor. Yeah, Mayor Glenn. Yes, next we would have gone one-time ECW champion for ECW on Sci-Fi. We had a one-time World Heavyweight title, one-time WWF title, and then he's also Mr. Money in the Bank. So we'll throw that out there as well. All right, so yeah, Kane. So this is all tied up. This comes down to your last one. So nice match here.
Oh, wow.
3-3.
Good shit, Richie.
Yeah. Good shit. No. Great match. You guys are fucking killing it. So, hell yeah. All right. I'll have to pull some more. This is a fun little twist on it, but I like it. All right. This person does have quite a few accolades as well. So, I'll do my best to kind of structure them the best I can to kind of go. I'll have to bounce around to go from low to high, if that makes sense. So, I'll do my best here. All right. If you guys are ready, this person is alive but retired. Retired alive. So I said alive just to make sure JPO writes it down. This person is alive.
I know. Before I was like, big boss, man, stop it. Quit thinking of
Still thinking of Deadpool, yes. All right.
Can I ask, when you said I was going to guess the dead guy, can I ask, was that Test? Because I was going to say Test at one point.
No, for a hot second I was thinking Boss Man because I was like, oh, tag.
I almost pulled Test for this, but he didn't have as many accolades as you might think. It's only like a couple, so it's not that much.
Yeah, I was going to say, IC tag, European. Maybe?
He's got like IC title, European hardcore. That's about it. Yeah, that's all he's got. So it's not much. No, I need to get people that at least have like 7 or 8 things at least. You know,
he won the Immunity Battle Royal. That's about
that would be a dead giveaway though. All right.
I remember that match.
All right. If you guys are ready, we'll get it going here. Here we go. This person is a WWE Hall of Famer. Let's start with that. Again, the retired Hall of Famers sometimes kind of go hand in hand. We're just throwing that out there. So a lot of people, but that's what it is. I mean, that could be Coco Beware for God's sake. So that does, it doesn't really narrow it down.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Are you sure Coco's not still fighting? Because I do was up to at least a few.
It might be. No. This person I know is retired. All right. Okay. We'll go to our next one here. This person is a one-time WCW World Tag Team Champion. All right. Don't think that's going to give you guys a lot, so I'll go 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. This person is a one-time hardcore champion. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This person is an 8-time WWF Tag Team Champion.
Lock,
Richie.
Is this Edge?
This is not Edge. You're incorrect. All right, JPO's got a shot here. This next one might help you if you want to hold off.
Oh, I am.
Okay, so I guess we're going to pass. All right, so we're going to pass to the next one. Richie's locked out of this one.
I'm not going to give a freebie.
Okay. This person is a 3-time WWF champion.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to lock and go back to my man, Mick Foley.
Yes, it is Mick Foley. You guessed it last time, but I had him in lock for this one. This is Mick Foley, yes. So
him and Max Payne. I swear, for some reason, he's like the first thing since I think of Foley a lot. He's the first one.
It's actually him and Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan, not Max Payne. Yeah. He teamed with Max Payne. He actually went with Kevin Sullivan. Yeah.
I was wrong or right.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, I would have jumped.
And if you forget, like he only had that initial title of hardcore and never went back to the division.
Yeah, he was the first hardcore champion, never won it back again. And then I would have gone to a one-time TNA Legends champion and a one-time TNA World Heavyweight champion. So Yeah, so there you go. I mean, that kind of narrows it down a little bit more, but there you go. So, not a ton, but some significant ones for Mick Foley. So, yeah, no, JPO pulling out the way. Yeah, you guessed it earlier. I was like, oh, not quite, not yet. Wait. Yeah, Richie, really, really hoping I pulled Edge. Long version.
Well,
No, I mean,
Hey.
well, when you said it, I was like, you never know.
Hey, to be fair,
Well,
next
no,
time I
wait.
could pull another batch of 7.
No,
but,
because retired, so couldn't have been.
that's what I mean. No, he was hoping I was going to pull it because he kept guessing Edge over and over again. Edge. Yeah, but Edge is not retired. Edge is currently active.
Right.
Yes.
It couldn't have been him. Yeah.
Yes.
What I wrote down was alive, and I probably when I went down and looked at my whiteboard, I probably misread it as active.
Active, yeah. Yeah, but I'll maybe pull some more for
that's a good
show.
one because that's even less of like knowing just like the 1 day event of like going
yeah, what matches. Yeah, you're just thinking about people. Yeah, you can just narrow down, eras.
And if you ever want to play Pez, let me know. I'm down to look it up too.
Again, I'm not my brain doesn't work like that. So I would just be sitting. I would just be
sitting
there. I know. My brain doesn't work like that. But I figured you guys
would go 7-0.
I figured you guys would be good at this, and I was right.
That was good. That was fun. That we went all the way to match 7. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. So fun times.
Not to be fun else, but I was going to lock in on Christian at the first one because I was like, who's the former lightweight champion who's still active? It's Christian and Taka Michinoku.
Oh, that's true. If you had to use that logic, yeah, I was going by least important titles, but yeah,
I jotted down Jeff Hardy because he was light heavyweight. So I didn't pull Christian. I did not have him on my radar yet. So that's a good pull.
Yeah, I think even on the indies, Scotty is still kind of active,
Scotty, I think that's the last time I checked. Tajiri does some shit. So
Tajiri does some shit. Yeah. There's a couple of guys that won that title here and there that might still be active. So technically so. So that's why I said like for guys like RVD, like he's active, but like sporadically on the indies, like and
he's hurt now, but even when he's not hurt,
it's more like he's not signed to anybody. He's not signed to anybody right now. Yeah, he's not.
I don't think he ever will be again. I think this is the kind of schedule he'll do till he's done.
Right. So if it's something like that, I'll try to be semi-specific.
That's the best you can do.
Yeah. All right, but we'll wrap it up there. So that was fun. Maybe I'll pull another batch of 7 for another show, and we'll try to do that. That'll be a lot of fun. So, all right, we'll wrap it up here. We'll do plugs and final words, and we'll get out of here for tonight. So, JPO, what you got going on?
Taka Uko is still active.
I
miss you. S.A. Rios, I think, still does shit. Yeah, S.A. Rios still does shit. Ultimo Dragon would count. Wait, when did Ultimo Dragon have it?
Really? Is he still doing stuff?
He had the cruiserweight title. Did he have the light heavyweight title? He had the cruiserweight title.
Yeah, he had the.
Well, he's on the list though.
Huh? Unless they count that, do they count it as like a continuation?
I don't know. Because it also says Great Sasuke. This might have been there. With Taka Michinoku is really kind of when it first started on TV. So yeah, it was never on TV or anything, but it's a part of the legacy somehow. Anywho, the Pierce Co. We got horror trivia coming up very soon, and after that we got the finals featuring maybe some people in this chat itself. Which if you've seen the semifinals, you'll know who that is. And then other places. Check it. Why We Love Horror. We just dropped a tag match with me and my girl Shay. Then I've also adjusted the clips recently, and I think that aired already. Hopefully, it did. Oh, good. I always forget when. Yeah, but in the Shay match that just dropped recently. What's it called? Movie Network. Sometimes. Stealing Malcolm's show Sunday. We're talking Seth Rogen. So yeah.
Oh, you're like guest hosting or just doing it on your channel? Or
no, I'm just stealing his show because he's out of town, so I'm just gonna steal it.
Yeah. Hey, let's do it.
I'm not stealing it. I'm not doing rank 'em. I'm doing rank it.
Rank it. Okay, gotcha. There's a distinct difference.
Yeah.
Yes,
totally different.
Gotcha. Totally different. 100%. Richie, what you got going on?
Yeah, watch out for my new channel opening up, and whenever JPO and Malcolm can't do their one, I'm going to be doing rank them.
You son of a bitch!
My new one coming up.
I did have one with Henry called "Let's Rank Stuff."
Oh yeah.
for a little while. That was like a short-lived show, but yeah.
Was that a short-lived show with Henry? That's unusual.
Actually, it was one of the longer ones. I think we made it to at least a
That's
dozen.
as long as
We did at least a
That's
dozen
not that
times.
long.
That's pretty
That's
good.
not that long.
A dozen's
For
a lot
him,
for Henry.
him, it's long.
For Henry, that's long. That's why I was
even
saying.
this show. What are
in
we on for this?
context-
We're at least on year 2 or whatever.
Oh,
aren't
we're
we?
on like year 3, bro. We've been doing this shit for like 3
Jesus
years now.
Christ! All right.
I
yeah,
look
so we've
back
got 2
at the
markers.
ones. I look back at least
Yeah.
on the ones we did for the movie when we were still doing the movie here at Network, and we've got stuff where we were doing pay-per-views from like 2022, man. Yeah, like 100%. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, we've been doing this
That's
for a
because
minute.
we've done at least the award show twice.
We started doing it back in my tablet days where I was on the couch with the tablet and not the setup right now. So that was a while back. Yeah.
Time blends in.
I know, right? And you had a different setup. We all like had a different thing going on. So
Younger and prettier.
yeah. I'm gonna be over the hill next year on the Lonely Marks here. So yeah, I can't wait for that.
Why?
Season.
All these goddamn
I gotta get.
let me go to sleep. It's 2 a.m.
I just got new glasses. I'll have to get a hearing aid. I'm fucking getting old. Yeah, no. Sorry.
These young wrestlers don't know how to sell these days.
I know. The old days. What happened to a good old arm bar and a wrist lock?
Sons of bitches.
Or sound like Jim Cornette more and more every day. They don't do enough body slams and wrist locks. All these flippity doos.
Sparkle pants and thumbs up, douchebag. All right.
Where is a Twinkle Toes Kenny Omega?
I was watching an old Orange Cassidy promo with Chuck Taylor. The character originally started off as more of a drunk. Like, he wasn't cool. He was just really drunk and hungover. That's kind of how the character started.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's certainly involved.
Fun fact of the night, there you
go. He just turned into an apathetic character. But whatever.
Yeah. It went from he's more of a lush, just like a drunk, party too much the night before, to more of a cool, apathetic, I don't care guy. Yeah.
And now he, I guess he kind of doesn't care, but he kind of he's just a wrestler. He doesn't even lean into the I don't care much anymore.
Well, he doesn't. He does in interviews. He's got a good one with RJ City recently, where they're the one the cons, and he's still kind of in character. He keeps the character up pretty good, actually. I think, unlike a lot of wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And,
you'll never see him hey, God, Orange Cassidy here. So anyway, I was at the mall, you'll never see him be overly anxious. He's always a little yeah, that was cool.
Hey guys, Orange Cassidy, like and subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not like he drops it like some people. You know what I mean? Sammy Guevara's a dick on TV, and then in his vlog would be like, "Look at my cute kid,"
like him and Danhausen. We at Danhausen was like, "Hey, look at me."
It's funny because because I hadn't seen him in years, so I actually was taken back to have a normal conversation, not to kill your gimmick, Danhausen, but it was fun. It was kind of weird to have a normal conversation with Danhausen in the makeup, because it's just no one's looking. It's just yeah, man, so that was pretty cool. I've been a foreigner in a while, and I'm like, and I was like, oh, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. You are a normal human being.
Anyway, I got nothing much on. We did Wheel of Movies. We talked Predator. It was good. It's a fun movie, and we're talking. The next episode, we're talking about something's going to give in tribute to Diane Keaton.
Rare PG-13 nudity, by the way. If you pause it.
Yeah. Amanda P, right? Yeah.
Oh man,
no, it's Keaton.
It's Keaton? Is it her? I could. Yeah. Okay. Am I thinking of a different Pete? I'm thinking of a different Pete. Okay.
She's naked in Whole 9 Yards.
Hold on,
yeah.
All right. Well, I think I ought to pause it for her memory. So I'll do that. And I'll wrap it up because I don't need. Let's go off the rails. So you can find me there.
There's nothing wrong with saying it about an older person. That's not creepy. When you say it, if you were saying it for a person.
No, I initially meant it as it's a very brave scene, because it's a
No, I agree. Yeah, if somebody of a more advanced age does it, I think that's kind of cool and ballsy. That's not bad. So, yeah.
I can. I'm on Tournament 5 sometimes, and find me there. I'll probably be in the Scream chat going, "Hey, you're wrong. You should have been casting this film."
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be doing it. I'll talk about that. But yeah, mostly over on the Movie Hero Network where you can find me co-hosting and or hosting all kinds of stuff. We got some more horror themed tournaments coming up. Got horror movies for that are family friendly. Got horror movies set on Halloween, including non-horror movies, stuff like, your Big Daddy, Karate Kid, have trick-or-treating scenes, ET, things like that. So that should be a fun one to see which one does Halloween justice. Recast of Scream that JPO will be a part of, Wolfman as well. He's already sent me his picks. You do have one crossover with Wolf, but you're casting different people, so I'm allowing it. So that's fine. Which I will only tell you if you try to go for the same person.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like the same character, I mean. But you're casting the same person for
Oh,
different characters.
really?
So I'm fine with that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
That's interesting. I'm interested now.
It's not the first time that's happened. I've had people do it for other shows.
Yeah.
I'll allow that because you're going for a different character, but
it's a different cell. Yeah.
But if you sold it for the same person, I would have to get an alternate from you. But no, you have. Well, I won't say who it is. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, nothing crossover with me. I'm going all 80s, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'll be on Wolfman's channel. Here's the thing. Drinking game tomorrow night, monthly mistake, the producer's cut of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, a guilty pleasure of mine. So Paul and all is Paul Red Glory. So that should be fun. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
and one of
the producer's cut, is he not like Paul Ian Rudd or something? Paul Stephen Rudd?
He was credited in that movie as Paul Stephen Rudd, introducing Paul Stephen Rudd. Yeah, that was like his first movie. Because even that came out even before Clueless. I think it came out in like March or something, like even before Clueless came out. So yeah, that was same year. But yeah, he's Paul Stephen Rudd. And we're doing the producer's cut because it has more of the cult nonsense in that movie, which is part of the drinking game. So way more of the cult stuff, including the third act. And then also one of the drinking criteria I think is going to be every time Paul Rudd has a bad line delivery, which is most of that movie. So because the sort of line deliveries are very much like, I was there that night. I survived. I was one of the lucky ones. It's going to be a lot of drinking in that movie, so it's not very good, but it's fun to watch. So anyways, that'll be that, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. So that'll do it for the Lonely Marks tonight. We'll be back next week. Oh, by the way, next week, Richie and I talked off air. JPO, you don't have to watch it if you want to. If you just want to give us your fun facts, as you do for the retro shows, you're welcome to do so, because it's far enough back where you'll have plenty of those. Malcolm tapped me to do a Halloween Havoc for Spear from the Past next week anyways, so I think we'll also do it here with a more extensive note, so that makes sense. So we're going to do Halloween Havoc 93 for next week, headlined by Cactus Jack versus Vader, Texas Death Match, them beating the shit out of each other. So yeah, pretty infamous one.
I might at least watch that.
Yeah, no, it's got Rick Rude versus Ric Flair, I believe, as well on that show.
Okay.
Some interesting matches on that show. Yeah, not bad. Kind of an up and down one, but yeah. So I'll kind of do a brief review on Malcolm's channel, and then we'll go way more in depth with it here on the Lonely Marks for our retro kind of Halloween Havoc reviews since the day before Halloween. So, and we'll just fill that. But again, you can watch it, don't watch it if you want to. Me and Richie will watch it. If you want to give us the fun facts, that's totally fine. I enjoy those when you do that, so that's fine. Kind of a where are they now? What did they do? That sort of thing. But yeah, we'll run that down. So next week, Halloween Havoc 93 and the news. And maybe we'll play another game. Who knows? Depends on how long the review goes. We'll see. I'll pull 7 just in case. All right, well, we'll wrap it up for there. And we'll say for JPO, for Richie Goodacre, for Jacob Barber, we love you. Austin Pez Howell. We'll see you next time on Lonely Marks.